Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, today I've got a whole house reset for you. My name is Jessica and I've got tons of cleaning motivation in this video. It's summertime, which means the kids are all home, which means the messes are 10 out of 10. It's insane and it's really hard to keep up on it. So I'm going to be sharing my best tips, tricks, and hacks for keeping up on the messes and how to make it easier for you to clean up and just be as least stressed as possible and have as much time to do the fun stuff of summer. So I'm also going to be sharing a grocery haul in this video, as well as a really quick and easy meal idea. So definitely stay tuned. All right, we are going to get started in the master bedroom, or do they call it the primary suite these days? I've been noticing that they call the master bedroom the primary suite. I think either way, whatever you call it, this is mom and dad's room, and I just recently washed the sheets. Actually, the day before I filmed this, I washed the sheets. So today I'm just going to be washing the actual bedding. It was time for that. So I'm going to throw the comforters into the washing machine. Those tend to take all day because they're large and they take forever to dry, and I have to wash them separately. So I went ahead and threw those in, and I'm taking all of this laundry out. If you know me, you know I'm not going to fold it today. I just don't have time to sit there and do it. So I'm going to just get it out of sight, out of mind so that I can clean this room. Quick change of clothes. And I'm going to go ahead and use my Swiffer duster in here, and then use my Method Wood for Good spray because it was way overdue for a dusting. So the dust was like an inch thick, and you never want to take like a wet spray and dust when there's a lot of dust, or it's just going to spread it everywhere and it's going to make a mess and it's going to be a pain. So if you haven't dusted in a while, I highly recommend taking the Swiffer first and then going in and wiping down. Sometimes I will just Swiffer and sometimes I will just spray, but this time it was getting both. So I don't know about you, but I have been so overwhelmed with the messes. And you know, I have a 3-year-old and I have a 9-year-old and I have a 16-year-old, and that's a whole other story because if you have a teenager, you know. But between the 3-year-old and the 9-year-old, my 9-year-old can make a mess. That girl leaves something everywhere she goes. You know she's been playing and you know what she's been playing. She'll play it for 5 minutes and then she will move to the next thing, play that for 3 minutes and then move to the next thing. And after an hour, my house is destroyed just from her alone. And you wouldn't think that with her being 9, but she is the worst with making messes. And then you throw a 3-year-old into the mix, and he's a boy. So there are little vehicles everywhere. We are constantly stepping on little army men and tripping over trucks. I literally ripped my entire big toenail off it's not been quite a year ago, but close-ish to a year, like maybe 9 months ago. I tripped over one of his tractors and completely ripped my toenail off. So yeah, it's super fun having all of these toys everywhere, and it can be very overwhelming, but hopefully this video will give you some cleaning motivation, give you some ideas of maybe like the routine or the order of things. And I'm also going to share some tips when it comes to cleaning a room that a kid has been in. This was an adult room, so it was pretty easy because really the only thing that was out of place was clothes. So I just had to put those up and then clean. But we're going to slowly make our way to the kids' messes, and hopefully I can help you out a little bit there.
I want to be there and baby dance the night away. I let my head down.
All right, so this is the master bathroom, and as you can see, there are toys in there. I leave a little bucket of toys in there for my son whenever I'm showering and getting ready. Of course, with him being 3, he wants to be where I am, so I keep those toys in there so he can play, and then I just keep a little basket. I don't worry about organizing them or anything. He spreads them out everywhere, and then I can just quickly throw them back into the basket, and it's pretty easy cleanup. I did need to wash this little bin out that keeps my toothpaste and stuff in it because it was pretty gross. So I had left some spray in there and let that soak for a while I was doing other things, and then I wiped it out. And then I decided that I needed to clean this entire drawer because it had just like toothpaste and stuff in it. So I wiped that out really quickly and then re-put everything back in there. I did have a little bit of trouble getting it back in there, so I don't know what I was doing wrong, but apparently I did not put it back the way I had it because I could not get the things to fit in there properly, but I did end up getting it to work out. So I did clean that up really quick and do a little quick reorganize of all of the toothpaste and dental floss and all of that good stuff. And then I'm just using my Microban in the Fresh Scent to clean the bathroom. It's one of my favorite cleaning sprays. It smells really nice and it disinfects. So the first thing when you're going into a room, you're always going to want to throw away, number one, throw away the trash. Number two, take anything that does not belong in the room out of the room. Number three, put everything up where it goes. And number four, that's when you will start to actually clean. And then you technically should work your way from the top to the bottom, because the top is going to be the least dirty, germ-wise anyways, in a bathroom, I suppose. And the bottom is going to be the most dirty because the floor, like, do we need to say more? I don't always follow that rule, but if you do need some tips and you're overwhelmed and you're not sure where to start from the top, work your way down. So that would be like dusting maybe the lighting, doing your mirrors, then doing your countertops, then wiping down your cabinets, and then doing your floors. Of course, your toilet and bathtub and stuff is in there as well. But I actually did not clean my shower or my bathtub in this. I didn't need to do a super deep clean in here. I really just needed to do a quick tidy. I did run bleach through my jutted tub. I just didn't do that on camera. I do that about once a month. And then for the shower, my best tip for cleaning a shower, for your shower anyways, not for your like kid showers, but for your shower, my best tip, clean it while you're in there. So you know how girls have like an everything shower? Oh, by the way, this is where my son took Spider-Man and banged him on my glass scale, and paint from Spider-Man's feet came off, and thankfully it came right off my scale. You know how girls have like an everything shower where we shave and we deep condition and all of the things? Well, think of it like that, but for cleaning. And so what I'll do is I'll get in there and I keep an actual brush and a cleaner in my shower. And when I have time, I will clean it while I'm in there. And that way I don't have to worry about water getting in all over me or anywhere, because I'm already in there. I don't have to worry about getting dirty because I'm literally in there taking a shower. That has been my best way to clean a shower. That's why you hardly ever see me clean my shower, because I'm in there cleaning it when I'm actually showering, and I don't think y'all want to see that. That's my best tip for your shower. And then of course I've shared my best tips and tricks for cleaning the kids' showers in many of my videos. So if you are new here, definitely check back and watch those, because I do share some really good cleaning hacks for those. And then I'm just going to shake out my rugs today, and I am using my Bissell Crosswave in here. I don't usually do this, but I decided to give it a try up here. I'm not a huge fan of these vac mops on tile, just because for the bathrooms, I like to use like an actual mop with like bleach or some sort of disinfectant in it, because I can get up on the baseboards, I can get up beside the toilet in those like tight spots, and this can't fit necessarily in all of those tight spots. It can't get up underneath of the cabinets in there, so it's not really a great tool for bathrooms. But I just wanted to give it a shot and see what I thought. Plus, it saves me so much time because it's vacuuming and mopping at the same time. And as you can see, that is disgusting. Embarrassing, but that's real life. My floor looked like literal dookie. But at least it's clean now. But I do prefer an actual mop and bucket in there.
Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time?
Now we're moving into my son's room. As you can see, we recently moved him into his toddler bed. That's been going great. I got this little 3-tiered shelf from Temu, and I love it because, again, I don't have to worry about organizing. 1 second, baby. And I can just throw things in there, but they're all like at his eye level. He can reach them. And then when it comes to cleanup, I can just throw them in there. I don't worry too much about keeping things organized. At this age, it's just too much. So that's just random toys in there. And then I do put like his bigger trucks and stuff on the shelf. He does have a basket with Legos in it. But other than that, I don't really worry too much about organizing, just kind of keeping it, you know, contained. And I love that little, it's on wheels. And they also have some that have like 4, I think they maybe even have a 6-tiered one. I've thought about getting another one actually, because we love it so much. But I will try and remember to link it. If I forget, just remind me. What?
I want pantry.
You want pantry?
Yeah, I snack.
Oh, you want a snack? Okay, go see what you want and bring it to mommy. So I did need to clean his sheets, or I mean change his sheets. I took his sheets off and washed them. I put fresh sheets on there. He loves these construction sheets from Amazon. And then I just needed to quickly vacuum in here. So this was a pretty quick and easy tidy. I think what makes it the quickest and easiest, again, is not worrying too much about organization, but just having a place to put the toys, like a cute bucket, bin, or shelf to throw everything in, and then just skip the organizing part. I do get asked about this vacuum all of the time. It's by Eureka, and I will link it. It is a powerhouse. I love this vacuum. I've had zero issues out of it. It comes with a ton of different accessories for cleaning other things as well. It has great suction and it's super easy to empty out the bin. So I do highly recommend it, and it's also extremely budget friendly.
Sound like fun. You can do better.
Okay, if you have a little boy and you are in the potty training phase, then you know I don't even have to tell you. So I am marinating the toilet with that microban. I'm gonna just completely soak it and let it sit for a few minutes while I clean everything else in the bathroom. He's doing absolutely great. In fact, I really didn't even have to potty train him. I've not really potty trained any of my children. They all just are potty trained one day when they wake up. Nobody believes me when I say that, but I swear the secret to potty training is not to push it and not to start too early. Offer it. If they say no, cool, move on, ask again next week. I promise you one day they're just going to say yes, and it's going to be a breeze. That's how it's worked for me. We've had zero issues. One day he literally woke up and said he wanted to use the potty, and we've been in underwear ever since. We don't even need pull-ups except for at night. He does so good. But now that I've marinated the toilet, he's also doing really good with his aim, I will say, but we do have a few accidents, and that's fine. That's completely normal. But cleaning a boy toilet is so much different than cleaning a girl toilet, and that is something that I learned real quick in life. But my best tip for that is just to marinate the entire thing underneath the lid, the tank, all around the floor of the toilet, everything. I think Clorox even makes a urine remover spray. You definitely want to get up underneath where the toilet meets the floor, because pee can seep under there, and if you notice that there's like a urine smell, that's probably where it's coming from. So just marinate that toilet and let it soak, and then give it a real good scrub. And then of course my favorite tool to use for cleaning the toilet bowl are the Clorox toilet ones. They're so quick and easy, and if you clean the inside of your toilet once a week, a pack of those will last you a real good while. And I just do subscribe and save on Amazon for them, so I don't ever run out, and it works out really perfect. I do not like the traditional toilet brush. I think they're completely nasty, and they just sit there with dookie on them. I don't know. I just do not like them, the Clorox toilet ones. And I even got some from Temu that are also amazing and very cheap, but they are definitely the way to go. So if you haven't made the switch, make it today.
Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. So much
Okay, we are moving on to my daughter's room, and we recently rearranged the furniture in here. That was my last video, so if you do want to see that, definitely go check that out. But we moved all her furniture around, and this is where I'm going to share a really big cleaning hack slash tip for you if you have older children, because this will literally make your life so much easier. So basically, when I'm cleaning her room, the only thing that I do is actually clean her room. I will wash her bedding. Sometimes I will make her bed, but I'll like wipe down everything, but I don't actually come in and tidy up her toys or her messes. Absolutely not. It takes too much time. I didn't make the mess. I've got a million and one other things to do. I don't feel like I need to come in there and pick up things that she left out of place. That's her responsibility. It's on her chore list, which, by the way, if you want me to share my kids' summer chore list, let me know. I made like a binder for them, and they each have their own set of chores on different days of the week, and they alternate things, and I would be happy to share with you what my girls do. It is on her chore list to pick up her room, but I will come in and clean it. At this point, she is only 9. My 16-year-old does all of it herself, but for my 9-year-old, she's just not quite at the level I feel like we need for it to be clean. So I do come in and actually clean it. But what you've got to do is get yourself a bucket or a basket or even a box. It does not matter. Use what you have on hand, or if you do want to buy something, I have a couple of tips for you. I will have them linked in the description box. I got a little cute pink collapsible bucket from Temu recently, and then I also got a collapsible one from Amazon that I will share in just a bit. But this is the pink one. I really like it because you can actually use it as a bucket. It has like a spout and everything and a handle. This is the one that I bring into her room specifically. And all of these things that are laying around on the floor, that are on shelves and stuff that are out of place, I put in that bucket. I set it on her bed. And then once I'm done cleaning, I send her in there and she puts away everything where it goes. It changes my life. Seriously, I don't know why I haven't been doing this sooner, but I highly recommend implementing this into your cleaning routine if you do have older kids, and just have them put stuff away. It takes them literally 5 minutes, and then you can move on to the other things that you have to do. You know, the 100 million other things you have on your to-do list. Empty spot there. We actually did put a desk there, and I will show that in an upcoming video, but it looks so good. And so now she has a little matching desk in her room. And one last thing before I leave this room, I am turning her little air purifier on high. I do leave these running most of the time, like 100% of the time, but I turn it up on high after I clean because I've stirred up all of that dust. I literally just cleaned this whole vanity and I wasn't recording. I thought I was. I'm not going to re-clean it just for the sake of it, but I did just clean that. Now I'm gonna do the toilet, and this time I'm gonna hit record. I hate when that happens, when I think I'm filming and I think I hit record, but I actually didn't. So I just did the same routine that I always do. I just sprayed everything down and wiped it down really good. And then of course I marinated the toilet again in here, and now I'm just wiping it down really good. And one thing that frustrates me a lot when I'm cleaning a toilet is how the rag will pick up hairs, just random hairs. This one in particular picked up cat hair and just hairs that fall out of our head because, you know, it's a bathroom, we brush our hair in here. It will just start to spread that around, and it's so annoying. It had a lot of hair on it, I guess, from the vanity and stuff. So I just switched to a Clorox wipe to finish the job. Let yourself be free and maybe you will find that there is more to. If you have any tips or tricks that you want to share with everyone in the comments for cleaning during the summertime when you have all of the kids home and all of the messes 24/7, definitely comment below and let us know, because, you know, we could all use it and maybe there's something out there that somebody has not thought of and it would literally be life-changing for them. So feel free to go down there in the comments and read through what other people are commenting, and also submit your own little hack. Pretty, honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better. Again, I used the vac mop in here, didn't love it, but I was committed, so I just finished up. But normally I will actually go in here and vacuum and then get down on my hands and knees and just wipe it with a rag, because it is so small. I never feel like getting the whole mop and bucket out just for this job. So that's how I normally clean this floor, but I was committed, so we just followed through. So much better. And then while I was up here, I went ahead and just vac mopped the hallway really quickly. Most of the time, I actually just let my robot vacuum do this portion of the house, but it definitely needed to be mopped too. So I just went ahead and did this while it was up here. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. You don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down. Moving on to the disaster zone. It looks like a wild pack of animals got loose in here in the night sometime, and here we are. I've got my little collapsible laundry bin from Amazon, and as you see, the very first step I'm doing is taking trash and things that do not belong in here, dishes, all of things, and just putting them into this basket. If you have ADHD like myself, you will find that you will take dishes to the kitchen and you'll fully be like committed to going back to the living room and cleaning, but you take the dishes to the kitchen and then you realize the dishwasher needs emptied. So you start emptying the dishwasher and then you realize that you have a load of laundry that needs to be switched out. And before you know it, you've got 101 things done, but you've got nothing done at all. And that's why I feel like this hack is life-changing, because it will keep you in that room. So I put everything in that basket as I'm going that does not belong in this room, and I don't leave the room. I stay in here, I stay focused and on track, and that way I can finish the room. It makes it so much faster because you save so much time by not running back and forth. Another tip is to bring all your cleaning supplies into the room when you go into the room to clean. So bring your sprays, your rags, your vacuums, anything that you plan on using in that room to clean it. Bring it in a little caddy or whatever with you, and that way you don't leave the room and you don't get distracted, and it will save you so much time.
Baby, kick your shoes off, don't hide it. I don't fit into your parts. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better.
So we use a little system for my son's toys. We use these little clear plastic bins, and I put all of his toys in those, and I bring out one and I switch it out every week. However, I have been very lax on that, and we have not been switching them out as often, and we've been letting him have 2 or 3 at a time. It's summertime, you know, the rules change during summer. It's more lax and our schedule is different, and you know, things happen. So here we are. I currently have 2 or 3 bins out in my living room at this moment. So I'm going through everything, putting them back in those bins, keeping one bin out. I will dump it out into that basket there, and then that's what he has in the living room. We put the rest of the clear bins up in his closet. I've got them organized really nicely in there, and then when he's bored of those toys, he can go pick out a new bin, and we put everything that he has out into one, put it up, and bring a new one out. It really, really, really helps when you use the system correctly, because he has a lot of toys, and I feel like most kids these days have way more toys than what they need anyways. But when they have all of those toys out, they get bored of them, they get overwhelmed with them, and it's not good for anyone. But when you only bring out a few at a time, and they haven't seen those toys for, you know, depending on how many bins you have, maybe 6 weeks they haven't seen those toys. Those toys are like brand new to them. So when he gets a new bin, it's like Christmas morning, and we love to see it, okay? And then he will sit and he will play with those toys and be so happy, and I won't have 5 million toys spread out all over my house. But everybody makes mistakes, everybody falls short, and as you can see, I definitely have not been keeping up with that rule, but today's a reset, so we are resetting and we can start again, and that is the best thing about life, is you get a second chance. Every day is a new chance to start again, to start over, and to try and do it better. So that's what we're doing today. We're resetting these rooms, and we're going to try to do better tomorrow. And if you have kids, you know we're already failing.
I don't fit into your parts. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your parts. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your parts. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. Life goes up and it goes down. I know my mom taught me that. I figured why we fool around so little, and we keep track of time, being so serious, idiots.
And here's a little behind the scenes. This all needs to go up to wash. That all needs to go to 100 different places, and those need to go upstairs.
To keep me company downtown before the clock runs out. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too.
All right, just got done ordering groceries and doing my pickup, so I was going to do a quick grocery haul for you guys. I got some whales, which these are so much better than goldfish. I have a child throwing a tantrum upstairs. I'm sorry, I'm not going to edit it out. You guys know I keep it real here. It's summer, and that happens. That's real life. So anyways, whales are so much better than goldfish. So we got some whales. I got some bread because we're going to do sandwiches. And I got some cracked black pepper turkey, fresh from the deli. And I got this to go on there as well. My sister turned me on to this. It's like an oil and vinegar. I think it's got vinegar, maybe. Oops. Anyways, I got that for sandwiches, and I got lettuce and what else? Onions. Onions are over here. So I got some good stuff for sandwiches. Of course, I got these for the dogs, and they know it. They are waiting. Bailey's over there waiting. You guys are gonna get one. BP, look, that kind of looks like you. That kind of looks like Bailey, doesn't it? Aww. I got a multi-pack of juices, but I bring one in and I leave the rest in the garage. So we just brought one juice in. I got some heavy whipping cream and some cream cheese and some Parmesan cheese because I'm gonna be making homemade Alfredo sauce again this week. And then of course some butter. I'm trying to stay somewhat organized here. Bananas, mac and cheese. We like this kind just for like a lunch, a quick lunch. And then this goes with our dinners usually. Tucker, stop fussing. Of course, a gallon of milk. I got these shells because I'm gonna do a cheeseburger pasta one night. Please stop fussing. And then I've got some apples here. I get the Fuji apples. Is that how you say it? I think those are the best kind. Okay. And then I got this, we're gonna do this sausage with Alfredo and green beans. That's one meal. The cheeseburger pasta is one meal. Sandwiches is like a lunch. These the kids love for snacks. They have Teddy Grahams, cheese, and gummy bears in them. So I got a couple of those. I got some corn on the cob. We're gonna do corn on the cob and steaks and mac and cheese, and I will put that broccoli in with some potatoes. I'll cut up some potatoes and do broccoli and potatoes, and we'll grill those as well. I know you saw your treat. You need to calm down. I also got some frozen corn. We'll probably have this with the cheeseburger pasta. This is for the cheeseburger pasta. And then this is just like a quick and easy meal. Could you please stop? For the kids during the summer, they like to put these in the air fryer. They're these honey batter chicken tenders, and then they'll do that and like fries in the air fryer. Super quick and easy. And then corn dogs. Kinsley loves these. Hank will eat them sometimes too. And then Hank loves these. These are technically like baby food, but he loves them for a snack, and it gets his fruits in. So I like to keep a couple of those in there. And then we were out of ketchup, so I grabbed a pack of that. Of course, some eggs. And then this is for that cheeseburger soup. I've shared the recipe several times. I'll try and find it from one of my old videos maybe and add it to this video. We'll see. Our favorite green beans. Of course, I got those. Another thing of pasta sauce. Just like to, once I use one, I replenish it. Sweet tea. We like the Milos. A couple more boxes of the kids' Pop-Tarts. Some coffee for my husband. I'm not a coffee drinker, but he says this is good. So I got a couple boxes of that. Some brown sugar just to have. And this was 190 bucks. And I have three, wait, hold on. How many dinners do I have? I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3 dinners, and then like some lunches, several lunches actually, and just some like snacks and stuff in this. I also got soda, but I already put that away and I just realized that. But I also got some soda. It's in the garage fridge. It's Sundrop, in case you were wondering. It's my fave. But yeah, that is my grocery haul for the week. It was under $200, and we'll eat leftovers or easy peasy on the other days of the week. And then we'll also probably eat out at least 1 or 2 nights, if I'm being honest. So that's our groceries for the week. And yeah.
Okay, and last but not least, this is one of my absolute favorite and super easy meals to make. It's cheeseburger pasta. So you're just gonna get your ground beef and brown that up in your skillet. I'm adding in some pepper to mine and a little bit of garlic powder as well. And then you're going to go ahead and add in some onion. I like the seasoning onion. You can do actually minced onions if you prefer, but I don't like the texture, so I'm using my favorite minced onion seasoning. And then you're going to go ahead and shred up some sharp cheddar cheese. I do think it's very important to do a block of sharp cheddar cheese and not the bagged kind, because this just is so much better, and it's very moist, so it gets stuck in my shredder here, but I get it out with a butter knife and it's all fine.
There you go. Little furry vacuum. Get the cheese.
Okay, so now you're gonna go in with some Worcestershire sauce, and I do not measure this, but if I had to guess, I would say about 3 tablespoons at this point. You can add a little less or a little more, but I do think that it's important that you add that in there. And then you're gonna take 2 cans of tomato soup, and then I fill each can about halfway up with water and add that in. So technically it's about 1 can fully of water in the end, but I like to put it in the can that had the tomato soup because I feel like it gets a little bit more of that soup out. And then while that's cooking, I'm going to go in and put, I'm going to add 3/4 a box of this Shell's pasta and just go ahead and boil that. And then I'm taking my shredded sharp cheddar cheese and adding that to my mixture here, and I'm just going to let that melt together. You don't want to put all of the cheese in there. I don't measure this either, so I did shred a whole block, and I'd say I'm putting about half of it in there. And then you're going to add in your noodles once they're cooked, mix that all together. Go ahead and put that into a baking dish. I do not grease my baking dish for this, and it is totally fine. So I'm just dumping that in there, and then I'm going to add the rest of my cheese. And honestly, I love cheese, so the half a block that I had left was not enough, sadly, but I did have some sharp cheddar cheese in the fridge, so I added that. You're going to go ahead and put that in the oven at 350 for 10 to 15 minutes. You just basically want to melt that cheese, but this one is seriously my top fave of all time.
All right, moving on to my kitchen. As you can see, I've got dishes and stuff everywhere. So I'm going to go through and just start throwing away trash. Number 1, throwing away trash. Number 2, taking things that don't belong in the room, putting them in a basket or at the bottom of the stairs if they belong upstairs. And then I'm going through kind of sorting through these dishes. My dishwasher was actually running, so I wasn't able to load them in the dishwasher. So I'm just going to rinse them off so they're not smelly and sitting in my sink with food on them. Definitely don't do that because it will make your house stink. Definitely rinse everything off if they do have to sit in the sink. I also wanted to clean my sink, so I'm using my soft scrub with Oxy and a little bit of just dish soap. I never say that right the first time. I always get it wrong, but I'm gonna clean my sink really good because it needed it, and then I'm just gonna set the rinsed off dishes in the sink and wait their turn for the dishwasher.
I don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up. Keep it steady, cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. No, not yet, whoa. I'm afraid I'll end up nowhere. They keep saying I'll be fine, but how you know that I'll be there when it feels like I'm lying every.
And then I'm using this spray that I got from Target recently, and it's the Simply, I don't know the full name, Simply I think, and it's a lavender vanilla scent. It's actually a stainless steel and glass cleaner, but I use it on everything in my kitchen. It works great, it smells amazing, and it's supposed to be a cleaner option. It does work really good on stainless steel, and that's one reason I've been loving it, because I do have stainless steel appliances and they show everything and they get dirty really fast, and I hate polishing them. It just takes a lot of elbow grease and a lot of time, and it's one of my least favorite chores. So with this, I really haven't polished my stainless steel in probably like a month, to be honest, because this cleans it so well. I wouldn't say it necessarily polishes it. They don't look the best they have ever looked. That's like a once a month chore. I can clean them up real quick and easy. It wipes off fingerprints and food that gets stuck on them and all of that stuff. So I really like this spray a lot, and it works great on my granite too.
Ask how it goes, and I save the details that actually mean something. Sun is shining, but the rain is welcome too. Friends are nearby, don't need another view. Time is not on my mind, but then it's you. Oh, I love it when the love comes around, and then I remember all things must pass. But I'm not gonna wake up, wake up. I'm not ready, let me have another day. Don't wake up, wake up.
I recently found this mop soap on Etsy. I'll link it for you. She has a few different scents. They smell really, really good. This one's in Narcissism. It smells just like Narcissism from Buff City soap, if you've ever smelled that. It's more of a masculine scent, and I typically don't like masculine scents, but I love Narcissism. It smells so good, and I found that it works so great in a vac mop. So you can use this in a regular mop and bucket situation. That's technically what it's made for, but I tested it out in my vac mop and love it. It doesn't suds up at all, and it doesn't leave any streaks. It leaves my floors really clean. It smells amazing. And you can also make a spray out of it and use it as like a multi-purpose spray. There's directions on there for that. And it's supposed to be non-toxic and safe for pets and kids and all of the things. And it's a woman-owned small business. So I love supporting her. So I bought a couple of bottles from her, and I also shared on Instagram. And if several of you bought some of this there, and I will link it for you if you want to use it in your vac mop, or if you just want to use it in a mop and bucket, or you can make like a little multi-purpose spray out of it.
It's steady 'cause I'm happy, I'm not gonna wake up. No, not yet.
I will also link my vac mop for you as well if you're in the market for one. Seriously, the biggest hack that there is in the cleaning world, because you can vacuum and mop at the same time. It does a really, really good job. And one thing I will say, I do see a few people hating on vac mops, and I have something to say about that. The biggest complaint that I see is people saying that they smell after a while, but that is because people are not taking care of them properly. You've got to clean them properly. Just because it has a self-clean function does not mean that you don't have to clean it. That just gets it like a rough draft clean for you. So I'll put it on the self-clean once it's done. And pro tip, run the self-clean cycle 2 or 3 times, not just once. Run it 2 or 3 times. And then once I'm done with it for the day, I take it off, I take all the parts apart, and I wash them in really hot soapy water and let them air dry, and it's good to go. But the people who say that it stinks is because they're leaving their dirty water to sit in there and to rot, and then it kind of gets into the plastic, and then it's a smell you can't get rid of. So don't listen to them. Listen to me. I promise this is the best invention ever.
No, not yet. Whoa, no, not yet. Whoa. But I'm not gonna wake up. Don't wake up.
All right, sit. Sit. Thank you. Sit. Sit. I say I am sitting.
My toy.
I cleaned them up. You can get them back out. I just needed to clean, but you can get them back out, okay? I'm sorry. I really, just so we know, I did feel bad that I had to pick them up, but I needed to vacuum. But you can get them back out now? Okay?
Yeah.
You mad at me?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You stop doing that.
Yeah, it's a big one for me to use to cleaning. Oh, I like it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No, this is going in the behind the scenes. All right, I need you to. Does it?